Then you know it's Christmas when the snow starts to fall. Then you know it's Christmas for the children above all. Then you know it's Christmas.
Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Meg from Creatively and we're going to be making some air dry ornaments. This is my first time using air dry clay, maybe at school, at least at home, and trying to make things for myself. This was inspired by an ornament that I found last year and it is right here. I found it in a handmade sort of gift shop in Oxford. I just loved how old-fashioned it looked and how handmade it looked. I loved the colours, how the snow is slightly yellowed, I think on purpose. I love the texture of it, that it's mostly smooth, but it's got a little texture and I like how it shines. I believe it might be paper mache, I'm not positive on that, but I wanted to make something similar. I wanted to try a couple of different ways of doing that, either with paper mache or clay. I've been really wanting to get into some clay making and I thought an ornament would be a good place to start. So we'll try both methods, paper mache and air dry clay, and see what we get. Maybe it is clay. It might be. I hope you enjoy this video and that it gets you into a festive mood, and yeah, let's get started. So for both the clay and paper mache baubles, I started by shaping some kitchen foil into a ball, making sure the twine is sandwiched inside. If it becomes smaller than you wish, just add some more foil and then begin working on getting it as smooth and even as you can. For drying, I sometimes used our mug holders or even our tree. Just have to be mindful of the needles. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to sand these. Never done this before. I suppose I should probably get a little bit more ready for dust. I would do this outside, but I don't want to get dust all on the balcony because we get lots of bird visitors that eat crumbs on the floor of the balcony. I would feel bad if there were negative consequences for that. I have masks and hopefully it's not too messy. Scissors. Oh well, okay. We're all used to it anyway. I'll start with an easy one. Okay, I'm gonna cover the table a little bit. back to our little tree. If you're interested in making your own clay and hand-painted ornaments, it takes a lot longer than you might think, especially if you need to mix paints and do multiple layers. It took a lot longer than I thought it would. These definitely did not turn out like the inspiration, but I think they're cute. They definitely have that homemade hang your kids ornament on the tree. Maybe a little bit better than a kid's, but not much. But I do like how they all match in color. I like how personal they are. And I think that they will look quite a bit better with some varnish on. So the last thing we have to do is varnish them. I have some glossy varnish. I think it will give it a very nice gloss and will bring out the textures even more. Obviously this paper mache one is very wobbly, but I think if you lean into it, it just looks cuter that way. Anyway, it was just a fun little video, and I hope you enjoyed the lighthearted nature that it ended up being. I feel like I've noticed my videos have changed with their tone or their vibe depending on what video it is. I don't have control over that. I feel like I get some footage and then I start putting it together. I tried to put it together in one way, it just wasn't working. And then once I just went all in with a lighthearted sort of video, it started to click and come together and make a lot more sense. So I hope you enjoyed the casual lightheartedness of this video. And yeah, so let's do the last bit, the varnishing. I'm excited. So this says on the back, tip is to add a little water, no more than a 1:1 ratio. So I added less than that and let it sit for a bit. So now I guess it's time to get started. I'm nervous. You first. Okay. A lesson. Start from the bottom. So these have finished drying. This one turned out amazing. I love the glossiness. I don't think it needs a second coat, and I think I got it mostly evenly coated. So yeah, so I'm happy with that one. This one though, I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise because the varnish was for clay and this is paper mache. So where the varnish was a bit thicker, it turned kind of white. There are a couple bubbles as well, so it was very obvious that it's made for clay and it did what it was supposed to do for the clay, but not as much for the paper mache. It's still usable, but I would probably figure out a different solution with a paper mache one. I think I like the clay method a lot better. I think I like the smoothness of it. It's still wobbly, but this one turned out quite wobbly. Even when I was trying to get it pretty smooth, it didn't. As far as the art itself, I really love both of them. I think this one came out better. This one is also very personal, so of course I like it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to have a bit of fun this Christmas season. It's kind of hard sometimes when it's really busy, so definitely take care of yourself. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, and I wanted to remind you that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Christmas Day.